What if all those years of on-the-job experience, all those seminars you've sat through, all those webinars, what if they could be turned into a real, tangible asset for your career? Well, today, we're going to break down a system that's designed to do just that. Here's what we've got on tap. We'll start with the value you already have that you might not even be aware of. Then we'll introduce you to Think Plus Academy, the folks behind this whole thing. After that, we'll get into the nitty-gritty of their learning bank, see how it works, and finally, we'll talk about who this system is really for. All right, let's dive into the core problem this whole system is built to solve. It's all about giving your hard-earned experience the official credit it absolutely deserves. I want you to think about your own career for a second. You probably have a folder somewhere, maybe a digital one, just stuffed with certificates, right? You've put in countless hours in training. But does it feel like it all adds up to something bigger? Or is it just a collection of random pieces? And that right there is the key issue. So much of the knowledge that actually makes us good at what we do, that practical, on-the-ground learning, it just isn't officially recognized. And that means we can't always leverage our most valuable experience to get ahead. So, who's trying to fix this? Well, let's get to know Think Plus Academy. They're the organization behind the Learning Bank. And it's worth seeing what kind of experience they're bringing to the table. First off, this isn't some fly-by-night startup. Their parent organization, Think ESG, has been in the game since 2002. We're talking about more than 2 decades of experience in the professional development space. And in that time, they've built up a serious footprint, serving over 500 local clients. That tells you they have a deep level of trust and connection within their professional community. They've also got a very clear specialty. With more than 2,000 people taking part in their sustainability training alone, you can tell they're a major player in what's becoming a super important field. And their overall reach? It's huge. 10,000 people have attended their events. So you see, they're not just a training provider. They're really a central hub for an entire industry. That's the kind of authority they have. Okay, so now let's see how all that experience led them to this really innovative solution. This is where we get into the learning bank, and you can really think of it as a whole new type of currency for your career. So what is it exactly? Well, the learning bank is basically a system that takes all that stuff we talked about, your old certificates, your training, even your professional profile from the last 5 years, and it converts it all into official, recognized CPD credit hours. I think this metaphor is perfect. It's not just a dusty record of what you've done, it's an active bank account. You deposit your experience, it gets converted into a recognized currency, those CPD hours, and then you can actually spend that currency on real rewards. It makes the idea of experience something totally concrete. So, how does this bank actually work? It's really pretty simple. Let's walk through the 3 key steps: convert, accumulate, and redeem. It really is beautifully straightforward. First, you gather up your professional history from the last 5 years and submit it to be converted into CPD hours. Second, you just watch those hours pile up in your learning bank account. And third, this is the best part, once you have enough, you redeem them for powerful, brand new qualifications. And this is what that redeem part looks like. We're not talking about minor certificates here. These are serious, high-level accredited certifications from respected bodies like GAFM and ISO. We're talking executive diplomas and even master's programs through university partners, and certificates recognized by the Human Resource Development Corporation. This is the real payoff. So you might be wondering, okay, who is this actually for? And the really clever thing about this model is that it isn't just for one type of person. It creates a win-win situation for pretty much the entire professional ecosystem. Let's break that down. If you're an ambitious professional, the benefit is clear. You can bundle up all your past efforts to get a new high-level qualification. Now, if you're a trainer or a coach, you can get your own courses accredited with CPD hours, which makes them way more attractive. And for entrepreneurs, you can even offer your clients official CPD points just for watching your product demos. It's a huge value add. And this quote from the source material really gets to the heart of it. The philosophy here is that every single act of professional education is a valuable asset being transferred. The system just creates a formal way to recognize that transfer and report it as something quantifiable, a CPD point. And that really just leaves us with one final question. When you look back at your own career, all the projects, the training, the late nights learning something new, what value is just sitting there, waiting to be unlocked, consolidated, and turned into the next big step for you? If you want to find out, check out thinkplusacademy.com.